Hey there, and welcome to the very first episode of RenewHer, the podcast where we explore what it means to reclaim our focus, our energy, our confidence, and our purpose in this next bold chapter of life. I'm Genell, an integrative nutrition health coach and a Dr. Amen brain health coach and licensed brain health trainer, and I am so grateful that you're here with me today. Before I share my story and why this work matters to me so deeply, I want to begin with a message I believe may resonate with you, at least I know it did for me. There's a quote by Shelley Zalis that has stayed with me. She said, "Why is it that when a woman over 50 accomplishes a new feat, people are always so knocked out? There's no deadline on learning, no expiration date on accomplishing something completely new." And the older I get, the more I realize how true this is. Many of us have subtly and sometimes openly been told that growth has a window, that ambition has a shelf life, that the best of our contributions are somehow behind us. But what if the opposite is true? What if this, right now, in this season of wisdom, experience, clarity, and self-awareness, is actually the moment when we are best positioned to create our most meaningful chapters yet? Neuroscience tells us something extraordinary. Our brains are capable of learning, adapting, expanding, forming new pathways, and thriving at any age. We are not shrinking. We are not fading. We are not done. We are evolving. We are deepening. We are stepping into a season of powerful, grounded expansion. Many women who have led, managed, built, created, raised, carried, supported, and held so much for so many feel unsure about what comes next as they approach a new chapter. Why is that? There is this quiet cultural whisper that suggests we should slow down, play smaller, or soften who we are. But here's the truth. We are not done. We are not behind. We are not late. We are seasoned. We are wise. We are powerful. And we are just getting started. There is no finish line to curiosity. There's no expiration date on reinvention. And there's no age limit on courage. And when we support our brain through nourishment, movement, rest, exploration, and meaningful connection, we open doors to clarity, confidence, and possibility. So if there is something stirring inside you, a light, a whisper of curiosity, a sense that there's more for you, more to express, more to discover, that is your invitation. Not to prove anything, not to hustle harder, but to expand, to align, to allow yourself to step forward. We are not done growing. We are just beginning to grow on our own terms. And that is why I created this podcast. RenewHer is a space for the woman who knows there is more ahead than behind. For the woman who is ready to design this next chapter with intention, confidence, and joy. For the woman who wants to feel energized by her life again from the inside out, starting with her brain. This is where our journey begins. So before we go any further, I want to share a bit about myself, quirks and all. I want you to get to know me a little better, who I am, what I love, and why this work matters to me. I'm married to my wonderful husband, Dan. I'm a grandma to my adorable granddaughter. I go by Gigi, and a proud fur mom of my dog, Peyton. I love big, bold red wine, traveling the world, and exploring different cultures. Some of my favorite moments are date nights with my husband and deep conversations with my girlfriends over a glass of wine about life, politics, and current events. I stay physically active regularly, and I recently completed what's called the 29029 Everesting Challenge. I promise to tell you that story in a future episode because it ties beautifully into resilience, goal setting, and mindset. And trust me, there were moments I seriously questioned why I signed up for it. I love learning new things, and I never shy away from growth. Lately, I've been brushing up on my French, parce que pourquoi pas, because why not? I've studied the flute for 11 years and won a couple of state star ratings, and now tease about starting to play again after probably close to a 40-year hiatus. But believe me, it doesn't sound like it used to. And a fair warning to my husband, who may want to get out of the house when I do, and my dog, Peyton, may want to join him as well. Oh, and here's something quirky. Watch out if I get hold of a power washer. Yes, a power washer. I can't stop once I start. I love seeing that before and after. There's something deeply satisfying about that transformation. And full confession, Diet Coke has been my nemesis over the years. As a health coach, I probably shouldn't have shared this, but I'm human too, and I have my struggles. I've started and stopped on multiple occasions, but the only way I like it, a McDonald's fountain pop. So I have to drive there to get it. If you're a Diet Coke lover, you'll know exactly what I mean. I'm passionate about human rights and volunteer with the nonprofit Advocacy for Human Rights. Last March, I had the honor of spending a week at the United Nations attending the General Assembly and Human Rights Council meetings and participating in meetings with government delegates from several countries. I love animals, especially dogs, and I love shoes. I can't forget to mention shoes. I'm kind of known for being the one who was always wearing heels. I love my heels, what can I say? Last year, I had the honor of co-authoring a best-selling Amazon book titled All Out Impact with an amazing group of women. Let's see, what else? I thought I'd share a snapshot of what I believe in and what I stand against, so you get to know me a little bit better. Here's some of the things I believe in: kindness, honesty, hard work, health and fitness, giving back, women's empowerment, functional medicine, organic food, helping others, human rights, and always learning and trying new things. And here's some of what I stand against: gossip, negative talk, lying, blaming others, hatred, racism, big pharma, environmental toxins, and the idea that medication is the be-all and end-all for every health issue. Do I believe it has its place? Yes, absolutely. But I don't believe that a pill should or can solve everything. One of my biggest pet peeves is hearing a woman say, "I'm too old to do that," or "start that now." I'm here to remind you, you're never too old to dream a new dream or set a new goal. It's one of the reasons I started this podcast. It's time to renew, not retreat. Now, my journey. My path here wasn't linear. I navigated loss, reinvention, and rediscovery. I spent nearly 30 years in the corporate world focused on various aspects of financial services. After a long stretch, I found myself at a crossroads. I was part of a reduction in force, and it wasn't long after that I realized I had no desire to go back. I didn't want to. I was frustrated, uncertain, and ready for something different. I first ventured into real estate and house flipping, drawn by a passion for design and the idea of building something on my own terms. At first, there was some early success, but when I chose to partner with others, things took a discouraging turn. It was not only a monetary blow, but a blow to my ego as well. I felt like a failure. Ugh, I have to say, it was an awful feeling. That experience taught me hard lessons about trust, perseverance, and self-belief, and it was pivotal in shaping my next steps. From there, I spent time exploring what I wanted my next chapter to look like, finally realizing how much I had neglected myself physically, mentally, and emotionally. While my late husband battled cancer for 6.5 years, I began focusing on my own health and wellness. I let myself go. I hadn't worked out, I had eaten poorly, and I probably had gained about 30 pounds. I made a concerted effort to change my lifestyle. I started eating better, joined a local gym, and took my sleep seriously. As I regained my physical health, I noticed that my mental clarity and energy returned. That experience showed me how deeply physical health and mental clarity are intertwined, the mind-body connection. I learned in a very personal way how stress, grief, neglect, and exhaustion show up in our focus, our mood, and our health. That experience changed me. It made me curious, it made me determined, and it made me realize how many women are quietly caring more than they ever speak out loud. Essentially, you could say this was the beginning of my brain health journey. Having experienced the corporate world for close to 30 years, as I previously mentioned, I understand the challenges you face: brain fog, forgetfulness, lack of focus, low energy, and mood struggles. I also became aware of the broader impact of cognitive decline through conversations with women concerned about their own brain health, wondering if they'll experience dementia because their parents did. And I witnessed the cognitive struggles of my aging parents and those of my friends. It seemed to be everywhere. I learned along the way, too, that women are disproportionately affected by Alzheimer's and dementia. Actually, about 2/3 of Alzheimer's patients are women. But the good news? Proactive steps can make a significant difference at any age. Over time, my curiosity turned into study. My study turned into training. My training turned into purpose. And that purpose led me to brain health, especially for women over 50 who are entering a chapter that has historically been misunderstood, minimized, or maybe even dismissed. This is why I now specialize in helping high-performing executive women over 50 strengthen their cognitive function, boost focus and productivity, and reclaim their energy. Over the coming episodes, we'll explore ways to optimize your brain, reclaim your focus, and thrive in this next chapter of your life. I'll share insights and tools, and you'll hear stories from women who have taken bold steps to renew themselves after 50. I'll also share lessons from my own journey, my wins and stumbles, Lord knows I've had those, and the signs that shows us that it's never too late to grow, transform, and thrive. We're going to talk about how to support your brain in practical, meaningful, sustainable ways. We'll explore movement, nourishment, detoxification, curiosity, connection, relaxation, rest, and alignment, the pillars of the RenewHer framework that'll help you recharge, refocus, and reclaim your power. And yes, we'll also talk about mindset and the inner critic that can get in the way of pivoting or stepping into something new. We'll discuss identity, confidence, clarity, memory, focus, emotional resilience, and the power of self-acceptance and self-empowerment. We're not here to chase youth. We're here to claim wisdom. We're here to reclaim energy. We're here to create our next chapter on purpose. And we're doing it together. Thank you for joining me in this first conversation, the beginning of something meaningful and deeply personal. This is your season to renew your energy, your confidence, your clarity, and your purpose. And it all begins with caring for your brain, because success starts with your brain. We are not done growing. We're just beginning to grow on your own terms. I'm so glad you're here. And remember, you're never too old to dream a new dream or set a new goal. It's time to renew, not retreat.